Oh shoot. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my video. I'll be doing these more often. I want to talk about AI. Let me talk about AI. So there is an AI art problem that everyone needs to talk about, and this should be talked about more often. But essentially, there is a dilemma that's coming around for artists that I want to express my my current thoughts. So essentially, I have this analogy in my head, right? I have this, hold on, I have blue, hold on. Okay, so imagine there's a big circle, right? This circle this is the circle of the art process. The artist develops a vision that they see, they want to express, right? There are multiple steps that this vision needs to take in order for the artist to create it, right? And often, this means that the artist needs expression, they need inspiration, skill, they also need time, energy. Now, I'm not saying that this is all the process that's needed for an artist. I'm just putting these out for a very specific reason. So, at the very end of this cycle, develops the product. We'll just call it pro. The product here has to go through this whole process from vision to pro. You're gonna realize that this is kind of like the ratio dopamine thing I was talking about earlier, right? This is important. And so what AI does for this whole circle is, so also keep this in mind, all the different things, right? I'm just gonna erase like these two, 3. All right, I'm just gonna erase all of them. What AI does, it creates the vision and it goes straight to the production. Now, you might be wondering, why is this a bad thing? Now you get to save time, you get to save energy, you don't have to find inspiration, you don't have to do pretty much anything. You go from a possible year-long process to developing a product in like 10 seconds. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that great? Maybe it's great if the only thing you care about is the product. If you only care about the product and what it can do, sure, AI for art, yeah, that makes total sense. Except for the fact that there will be no artist. Artists are artists, not because of the product. Artists are artists because they do every single aspect that it takes to make the product. Contrary to common belief, artists don't do art just for the production of art. Artists are artists because they enjoy the process of creating their art piece. And what AI does is it invalidates the process of an artist. Artists are expressionists. They create out of being an artist. So when you decide to cut all of this out, you are essentially invalidating the process of an artist. And you're saying you don't need to be going through that process. They enjoy it. They actually enjoy creating the art. They don't go into becoming an artist thinking, man, I'm so happy to make products that make people feel good, although that could be a nice byproduct. That's not why they become artists. Artists naturally decide, I want to go through the process of expressing my art. AI is essentially invalidating the artistic expressions. And I see in my generation, many people afraid of how AI is gonna make starving artists even more starving artists. They're already trying to live off of their expression of art, and now we're just gonna make them less likely to live that way. And so we have dehumanized the artistic process by involving AI into this whole process. But I understand that it is more efficient to use AI. I understand that AI develops products faster, that it costs less energy, and you don't have to pay anyone, you don't have to talk to anyone, and you could just throw in your 3-sentence prompt to get the exact image of Clifford holding the Thanos, Clifford holding the gauntlet, or freaking, I don't know. That's my problem with AI. If you don't understand, I would be more than happy to talk about more, of this stuff. And also, please let me know. I will talk about anything. I will also talk specifically about anything psychologically related. I don't care. Throw in Carl Jung, throw in Freud, throw in James Williams. Anyone. I don't care. I will talk about it, and I will analyze it. I will think about it for hours, and I will give you my synopsis about it. Do you want to talk about depression? Do you want to talk about anxiety? Do you want to talk about the destruction of the philosophical mindsets in the Western civilization? We can do that too. I'm totally fine with that. I am an average Joe. I am not graduate. But I am willing to talk about it, and I am down to earth about it. So please, let's talk about it.